Initially, when it first happened, it sucked, but it's a part of the game. I think I was overdoing it when I was training because I felt like I had this huge chip on my shoulder, this huge boulder that I was just getting after it overly every day, and it just happened. But the process through healing has been great. Been working with the team, trainer every day, so it's been good.
So NBA Media Day continues, and earlier today, Zion Williamson, as you heard there, talked about his fractured right foot that he suffered this offseason. So we bring in Andrew Lopez, who joins us now, does a phenomenal job covering the Pelicans for us here at ESPN. So, Andrew, this is pretty huge news out of New Orleans. Have you spoken to Zion about it?
Yeah, I did, and I asked him what was his expectations. Is he going to be able to be ready for the regular season? He said yes. Now, David Griffin dropping the napalm bomb that is the Zion foot surgery news as soon as we get started here at Media Day. It was the 5th metatarsal in his right foot. It happened before Summer League. He's already had the surgery. Their team doctors were in on that. And it's all about just his return to play, which everybody is hopeful, we're going to use that word hopeful, that Zion's going to be ready to start the regular season.
Should we be worried about his injury history at this point?
It's getting concerning. Anytime you're getting into lower leg injuries, especially with a guy of his size, it does become concerning. He had the knee injury, obviously, to start. The injuries that ended his season last year, both thumbs from the amount of hits he was taking in the lane. But anytime you get to a foot, I think you want to make sure that that's completely healed before you get him back on the court. So there's going to be no rush, although they still think, like I said, he'll be ready for the regular season.
What about his all-star teammate, Brandon Ingram, there in New Orleans? What are you hearing about his leadership heading into this upcoming season?
David Griffin said the offseason for the Pelicans started once Brandon Ingram got a group of guys together in Phoenix. I remember that was around the time of the NBA Finals. Eric Bledsoe, before he got traded, was also one of the guys there. It was about 8 to 10 people that Brandon was talking about. But Brandon has always been a quiet leader, and he's led by example, and he's done that this year again. Also, Brandon came in looking a little bit bigger. He's listed 190. He put a little bit of weight on, he said, so he can get through an entire 82-game season.
All right, Andrew, you're the man. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it. All right, so Zion Williamson broke his foot during workouts around Summer League and had surgery, as we heard that. Pelicans Executive Vice President of Basketball Operations, David Griffin, said it's not terribly likely the All-Star plays during the preseason, but he is on pace, as you heard Andrew say, to be ready for the regular season. So let's welcome back Zach and Ramona here. So, Zach, are you concerned about Zion's injury history?
Look, I'm not a doctor, but I know by now, anytime I hear the word metacarpal associated with a very large human being, I get the shakes. I get a little bit nervous. So absolutely, this is an unprecedented physical specimen. Zion is like if Lawrence Taylor played basketball and could jump out of the gym. We've just never seen a guy jump, land like this at this height, at this weight. So yes, it's a concern. Is it panic time? No, we've seen guys with this same injury have long, fine careers. Sometimes they have to change their game a little bit. But Zion's young, he's explosive. It's not panic time yet, but it is starting to pile up where you have to at least have it in the back of your mind a little bit.
Yeah, when I hear the word foot injury with a player like Zion, that is a very scary injury for a big man, because you know the history of big man with foot injuries. Whether you want to say Bill Walton or Sam Bowie, I mean, Greg Oden. I mean, go all down the line. But to me, if he's healthy, he's ready to go most of this season. This is a really important season for the Pelicans. Zach, you got me all excited about them on the last episode of the Lowe Post. They have so much talent. They've really changed things around where they should be a little better defensively, at least. But Zion's a key to everything there. And if he's not out there for most of the season, if he's not out there for most of these games, if he's not available to them, or if this is a recurring injury, if this leads to other injuries, then I don't know what you can count on from them. Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how that certainly unfolds as well, and if he is indeed going to be ready to play in the regular season.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.